last week I placed a deposit on the new 400 Triumph. So seeing I was first to do it with the dealer, he's given me this choice. When they arrive in stock, I can either buy the 400 Street or I can buy the 400 Scrambler. So he's going to put a hold on either bike until I get down there and decide which way I want to go. But in the meantime, I was thinking, well, maybe why don't I just get interactive with the viewers of this channel and see what they think. Because to me, you know, I bought a lot of bikes over the last few years, so to me they're just bikes, and I just go out and buy them, take them for a ride, tell you what I think of them, then go on further down the track, or unless I like them, then I hang on to them a bit longer. So here's what I'm thinking. If you're interested in the 400 Street, we'll just in the comment there, just write Street, and we'll class that as one vote for the Street. And if you're interested in the 400 Scrambler, just write Scrambler, and we'll go from there. So what I'll do in the end, I think these bikes are due, according to the dealer, December, maybe mid-December, and then or early January. So I'll just tell you which is the most popular bike, and I'll buy that particular bike. So like I said, very easy for you. And plus you can subscribe to the channel too if you want it. But if you don't want to subscribe, no big drama there. So all you've got to do is go to the comments, put in Street or Scrambler, and plus what either bike I buy, what you'd like to know about it when I get it. Because believe me, when I get one, I'll take it out and give it a good run, and I'll tell you exactly what's wrong with it. Where the other YouTube channels are a little bit on the afraid side, because they're usually just hiring the bike, or you're hiring it by test riding, and they've got to come back and give you a good review regardless. They won't tell you the full facts about it. And the person who buys the bike, in most cases, he won't tell you the full facts about it, because if there's anything bad about the bike, he tries to save face in most cases, and he won't tell you the truth. But believe me, I'll go out there, I'll test ride either bike, whatever one you decide you want me to ride. I'll give you a good honest review on it. And I know for a fact, and this is the way I've dealt with all my life, if I buy the bike and it's a lemon, I don't like it, I can just shelve it, put it on one of the local areas, put it up for sale, get rid of it, might lose 2,000 or 3,000, doesn't matter much, and go on to another bike. I've done that for years and years, it makes no difference. So the big question would be, what would I put it against? Okay, if I buy the Street, I will put it against the Hunter. So the Hunter comes in at $7,500, and we don't know what the price is going to be on the Street or the Scrambler yet. But here's my guess. I wouldn't be surprised if the Street comes in around that $9,000 mark, and the Scrambler pushing close to 10. So I could be right, could be wrong, don't care. But as far as things go, if you look at this Hunter, they come in at $7,500. So I put the Hunter against the Triumph 400 Street, and if I happen to get more votes and it's a Scrambler, well, I'll put the Scrambler against this 250 SX. Now believe it or not, these cost $6,500, and these are a really, really good bike. So if you look at the Grom, Yamaha CB500F, the Hunter, the Classic 350 Reborn, or this Suzuki, out of all the bikes I've ridden over the past few years, I'd be more inclined to put this as the best out of them for the price. This isn't a nostalgia vote. I think this is a better bike. So, you know, you may like that idea, you may not, but I'm really impressed. I tell you, if I happen to go for a Triumph and the votes are in on the Scrambler, I will put a Scrambler against this, because I class this as the best one I've had off-road for the money. So, you know, you might like that idea or you might not, but I've had a lot of bikes, and I've had the, you know, quite a few of the Kawasaki's and the Hondas in the rallies, and 250 rallies, the 250 ordinaries, the 300L, all those, and I still think this Suzuki's a better bike than those, and it's a bike where you could ride anywhere. So I think if I go Scrambler and the votes come in for a Scrambler, this is the one you put it against, because this is by far the best bike around at the moment in that off-road thing, and it'd probably equal it. In Hunter, if we go Street, well, I've really got no choice. I can put that against it. That'd be the best one, because it's got good mid-range power and it's a little bit, you know, rides all right. The Classic, it's more of a lazy, relaxed ride, and I don't think it's going to go up against a Street 2 wheel. Now, in the meantime, years back, I had a Duke 390 Straight, then I had the 390 Adventure, so I really know how those bikes go around that 40 horsepower mark, and I've had quite a few CB500Xs, 4 of them or something like that. And you know, a few of the other off-road stuff had a heap of crap. You'd have to go into the channel and look at it. So I've got a rough idea. I'm not just a one bike rider wonder to get on one and see what they like. I really can get on there and tell you if I think it's any good. I mightn't be able to go on there and give it a hard ride or anything like that, just in case I do me back in. But the fact is, I either bike, street or scrambler, I can get out there, give it a good run and give you a good honest opinion about it. And if you want to know any faults with it, like I'm curious at the moment, like I've watched a couple of reviews on some of the testers, and you know, they seem to think that this new Triumph is not too good in quality in the wiring around the harness area at the top and stuff like that. I don't really care about that. All I care is I can go over to it, press the button, take it a run, see what it goes like. I'm not concerned about fuel economy. I come from a car era over the last, before we went back to bikes, I was 40 years in cars, and believe it or not, some cars I had only did 5 kilometres to a litre. So why would I be worried about something that does, I don't know, 25 kilometres to a litre and wondering if I'm happy with it? So the other thing that's been popping up with these bikes is vibration around, in the foot pegs, around 4,500, and it comes into a bit of vibe on either bike. Well, we can't say either, but they're both running virtually the same platform and engine and that, so it's probably on the Scrambler too, at around 6,500. So all I'm really concerned, I'm not really want to get out there and do any really high speed runs, because here speed limit's 100. They've got a lot of speed cameras around here, they've got stationary cameras, and you have to be really careful. So if I can get out and cruise on either bike at 100 kilometres an hour to get where I want, and you know, that's good enough for me. You know, if you want something a bit quicker, like you know, you just jump up into a more powerful bike. The fastest bike here in the yard would definitely be this X-Max 300 scooter, the 23 model here. That one there is really a quick bike. And I've also got a roller kit which I haven't installed in that yet. I've been a bit slack with some of these. I've got stuff for them. There's about 10 accessories to go on the Hunter, which I haven't put on yet. There's a higher performance roller kit to go on the Yamaha. Haven't done that yet. I've got a full 10,000k service on this one, where a few people complained that they didn't understand how I did it the first time, so I'm going to go in this time and try to make it really, really simple. And it's probably the Australian accent that sort of throws them off course, I don't know. But I watch some of the overseas channels and I can't understand them at all, so I don't know how they can't understand me, but that's as far as things go there. So we got a fair bit on, and like I said, we're going to put whatever bike you decide. I'm leaving it up to you to comment to see which bike we will go, street or scrambler. I don't care. I could toss a coin and take either one. To be honest, my first choice was the street, because I like the look of that in red. But you know, lately I've been looking at the Scrambler in green, so it looks all right too. I asked the dealer, would I be able to pick what colour? So he said, yeah, if you want to put your deposit down, what colours do you want? So I said, all right, bring in a red street and a green scrambler. So that's what you'll be looking at, red street, green scrambler. Just put in the comments there, one way or the other. Cost you nothing to do. I'm the one spending the money, you're just watching the ride. But what I can tell you, I'll give you a good honest review in all areas, whatever bike I pick, and it means nothing to me to tell you the truth about it, where other channels will just tell you anything you want to hear. But I'll tell you exactly how these are, whether they're worth buying, or whether you should go and just buy one of these Suzukis. So either way, the Suzuki's a very hard bike to beat for $6,500 right away, but it's no Triumph. This one here, you know, it's not a bad bike either, but it hasn't got the appeal of the classic 350 Reborn. So if you wonder why I got 6 of them here, well, I'm a little bit hard to please, I suppose. So, and before the wife got involved, I was seriously thinking of taking the Scrambler and the Street and just buy both of them. And she was just said, well, I've got enough bikes here. She has trouble getting out there to the washing, getting through these bikes. She has to go this way through the mud, unless I put her a path over there. Lately I've been working on the MGF over there now. It's been, you know, like compared to working on this classic 350 reborn on doing the tappets and nothing, that is absolutely no work at all compared to that MGF, because the MGF, they come with what they call spear float-on fluid suspension, like the old days of the, you would remember in the 70s, the BMC cars float-on fluid. Well, those MGFs over there, they've got fluid suspension, and after a while, they're a bit old now, they're 20-odd year old, around that, or a bit older, 25. And after the spears crap themselves and split and something like that, they're very hard to get replacements now, and if you do, they want big money. So what I did, I contacted the local garage and I bought a coilover kit for it. Now, to pull out the spears and fit the new mountain brackets and fit in the new shocks, coilovers, the garage itself wanted $2,200 just to do that work. So I decided to have a go at it myself, and I've fitted them all there now, and I'll just throw in a couple of photos on this one, what went on. And at the moment, they're fitted, they're all torqued down correctly, sitting in position there. I've got the ride height correct now. I've got the softness or hardness of the ride, I've got it set about mid-range. So apart from that, that one's going pretty well over there too, so that's what I've been working on that one. So as it is now, I'm just doing final sort of tuning adjustments on that one, and the party will be over for that car and it's ready to go out and move around, and I won't get the gut shaken out of me. The ride was that bad in that MGF as far as firmness goes. I put it on class 2 3 or 4 years back when I had a Lotus Elise, and it was really a bad car to ride in, it was that hard. So the car's out of the way, virtually, and I'm in the process now, you'll see this on this 10,000 kilometre service where I go in, check the tappets and all that again, do a complete oil and filter change. It's been 5,000 kilometres on this classic 350 reborn. Since I changed the oil, we'll be able to see if there's any metal in it, anything like that, any rubbish. It's had a bit of a hard run through there. This one here has only done 180 kilometres, so it'll be a while before it does anything. But by the time this Triumph arrives, whatever happens, I think I'll have everything under control by then. So the big question is, what do you want to see? You might say, I don't want to see any Triumph at all. Well, that'd be bad luck for you, because like I said, I put the money down, so I'm buying one regardless whether you don't like Triumphs or not. So, you know, all that has to please is me, and I want a bit more material to go out and put against these other bikes. So all you've got to decide, if you're a Triumph liker, lover, or you're just curious, is in the comment, tell me what you want to see, street or scrambler. Let me spend the money, and we'll get that bike, we'll bring it here, I'll take it out, I'll give it a really good run in all areas, and if you want to know any questions about it, I'll be the person that'll tell you 100% down the gun barrel whether it's worth buying, or should you stay away from it and buy something else. So once again, thanks for tuning in, take a look, hope you got a bit of info out of this, and I hope I see you back here and we'll go from there, and we'll see what happens further down the track. So bye for now.